All right, we're live. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Happy Monday. No, not Monday. I hate Mondays. It's Monday. Monday is fun day. It's our favorite day of the week. Actually, Monday is kind of fun day for me because I tend to get more mail on Monday. Stuff we've been waiting for over the weekend. So this is going to say big PSA December return. All right, hot new slabs and terrible grades. Extremely harsh grading. Live card shop. All right. So we see more of the repeat of what we've seen before. PSA is just grading super harsh. But we're going to review the cards and get them named up. Let's see. Add here. Scoopy Dums. So over in the PSA submission channel, we're going to the returns. All right. I believe it's the December submission. Okay, let's go find it. So we're going to zoom up. January, booster pack. The one with the double, yeah, here it is. Yeah, the big December submission. The one with lots of vintage. Actually, Mr. LaFlame's got quite a few slabs in here. All right. Let me go ahead and close some of these. I don't need all these to be open at the same time. How's tag grading doing? Are they done yet? They gotta be done, right? Here it is. Shipped on 4/11. Cool. Okay, let's go ahead and close this. We'll leave this open. That can stay open. That can stay open. Oh, the Magic the Gathering set is here too. We're going to say new Magic the Gathering. So we're going to hit save on that. Slightly different title. Forgot about that. Tarkir Dragonstorm, $40. We're going to hit save. Tarkir Dragonstorm. All right, we're going to close this up. Okay. Let me... I see I have some messages I haven't looked at. Hey, mister, are they still giving a bunch of 9s? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. All right, let's see. Oh, man, my nose is already itchy. So I tried to go live a little earlier today, and it just didn't work. There's so much work to do. But I got 2 videos posted. That's pretty good, right? I posted not 1, but 2 shorts. But I've been up and working all day. Let's see, what does this have to say? Let's see how those videos went, because one of the videos shows off all the slabs in the return, but then I realized there was one of the boxes I hadn't opened yet. So I didn't get 100% of all the slabs. It just like 95% of all the slabs. Let's see. Good. I'll hound your doom. Ping, ping. How's the hound doom break moving along? A little bit slow. There's a lot of competition. When it comes to the breaks, there's a lot of competition. People bought multiple spots last night, but those spots went into various breaks. There's just so many breaks going at the same time. Okay, let's jump over here. So what we need to do now is start going through everyone's cards and handing them their cards. We're going to go to PSA Submitted, and we have Hidden Legends, Minum, and Plusle for Mr. LaFlame, and 2 Crown Cachus. Let's get started. Now, this little pile here doesn't represent the whole return. The cards that I suspect is your guys' cards. Here is a Plusle, a Pikachu 10. So that's the biggest upcharge. It was like $60 upcharge on that Pikachu, despite him only being $1,000. But I guess they decided that's just going to be a big one anyways. Meganium. That's yours. Togepi, Pinsir, Starmie, Dark Celebi, Umbreon Master Ball, Crown Breon, Crown Kichu, Hidden Legends, plus a Minum. All right. Umbreon Master Ball. That's called a Legends. Here's a Shiftry. Did you have Shiftry? No. Here's a Crown Breon. This might be the Crown Breon right here. I don't know. Crown Breon, huh? Is it English or Korean? PSA equals bend over. Yep, PSA is much harsher now. Oh, here's a different Crown Breon. That's what we were calling this guy. So this is Moon Breon. Put that back over there. Starmie. Look at that. That got a 10. So that's nice. Shiftry again. Dark Gloom. There's a Mewtwo. Shenron the Dragon. Would it be nice if they just returned these in the order that I sent them in? That would be so nice. They used to do that a long time ago. You know that? Glaceon Alt. I know the lightning is for a miss. Did you have the Kyogre? You had the Kyogre, right? Yeah, Kyogre. Got an 8. 8. An 8. What do you think of that? All right, Hidden Legends, Pinsir, Togepi. Pikachu 9. Master Ball, Umbreon, Dark Celebi. All right, good. A lot of progress there pretty fast. Do you have a Jigglypuff PSA 10 or a Squirtle PSA 10? I probably have something somewhere. I got a lot of cards these days. All right, so I believe these are all for Mr. LaFlame. Some really solid stuff. But look at this horrible 9. They gave this a 9, dude. Wow. I don't know what to say, Mr. LaFlame. PSA is on a whole nother level of harshness now. I feel like in the past this would have been a 10. Look how clean those corners are, man. So I guess we're looking for a print line. Oh, and there it is. There is a vertical print line. Maybe we were expecting a 9 on this. There it is, right there on his arm. All right, that's correct. Here's this Master Ball Umbreon, huh? Thin on the right, maybe? What is this? There's dust on the inside. God, dude, they got dust inside of the slab. Maybe it's a centering issue. You know, they got tougher on their centering. Okay, here's Crown Kichu 9. Looks really nice and clean. How about the back on this one? Yep. So maybe a little white dot on this one down here. Togepi 9. The last one had a vertical print line. How's this one looking? Okay, so for this one, maybe a vertical print line right there. Okay, here's Plusle. Shows you how tough it is to grade cards, guys. Check the back for white dots. There's a white dot. That's a pretty obvious 9, actually. So that one's a 9. Kyogre got an 8. This is why 10s have premiums, guys. 10s are really hard to acquire. So there's a white dot up here. Anything else? An 8 usually means there's 2 flaws. Or 1 flaw that's really, really bad. I mean, there's a half line right here, maybe. I don't know if that's the cause of it. 8's pretty rough, though. 8's pretty rough. All right, so here's Pinsir. He's got this gray swirl above his head. I mean, maybe this edge down here. Can you see that? You can't see that. Might be that edge. Glaceon 9. Might be off-centering top to bottom. Might be thick down there, thin up here. Starmie Hidden Legends 9. Man, it all got such harsh grading. That's a really thin white dot right on the right side. Okay. This got a 10, so we don't need to question the 10s. A 10's a 10. That's pretty easy. What a disappointment on this one, man. This should have been 10, dude. This would have been so nice. But let's see what cost it to get a 9, huh? Man, this one is so borderline. If they really turn this one into a 9, because okay, hold on, wait a second. Maybe there's some raised dots on the foil. Maybe that's it. Might be these right here. Those are raised little bumps. This one I would be thinking about cracking and sending to CGC, all right? Just based on how it looks. It's one of those cards where, to me, it's like a borderline card. All right, and so that's my thought process when I get stuff back from PSA and I get a card like this. I go, maybe we go with another grading company on that one. Try again. A 9.5 is better than a 9. Now look at this one. They're so harsh on grading, right? But look at this Pikachu. He's clearly off-center top to bottom here. The bottom's clearly thicker, but this one gets by on a 10. I'm not complaining, but it's just interesting the way that's working. The front looks nice though, huh? All right, well, you're lucky on that because they could have probably given you a 9. So that Pikachu's saving your butt. You know, when I send your guys' cards out, I don't really look at them that closely. Oh, white dot up here. Okay, so you got a white dot on that one. I don't actually look at your guys' cards that carefully because, you know, they're just going out because you wanted them to go out. So mine them. Plusle? Where's Plusle? Mine them and Plusle 9s will still get you some money, I think. The 2 Crown Kachus, very lucky on the Crown Kachu 10 because I really feel like you could have gotten a 9 on this one right here. I feel like that one could have easily been a 9. With another grading company like CGC, this one might have been a 9 because they sometimes grade the harsh centering very badly. They gave it a 10 so they could upcharge you, maybe. Man, PSA just feels so feisty these days. Got me questioning my PSA grading. Okay, there's the 2 Crown Kachus. Umbreon Master Ball. Here's the Umbreon Master Ball. Hidden Legends Dark Celebi. That's a big disappointment. Lilo and Stitch. Oh, you were the Lilo and Stitch. Okay, hold on. Let's go find Lilo and Stitch. If you see a 10 and it looks pricey, just know most cards do not grade 10. You're getting a very fine card. Here it is, Lilo and Stitch. All right, that got 9 too. That'd be a nice card to get a 10 on, but, you know, these cards are always really hard to get a 10 on. On the back of the card, you can actually see really clearly there's, like, you know, a big print line in there. These cards always have that going on. It's too bad. Meganium. All right, Meganium. Lilo Stitch. That's interesting. That says 37, and then it jumps to 39. But you don't have anything in between them. Yeah, you don't have an order between them. So, weird. Maybe they decided not to use one of their numbers. Hidden Legends Togepi. All right, Togepi is 40. Pinsir, 41. Oh, it happened again. Look at this. It goes Togepi to Pinsir, but there's no 41 and 42. Very interesting. Almost like numbers in between your orders got used up. Very interesting. You had the Glaceon alt. Okay, let's go find that Glaceon alt. Wonder what that's all about. Ooh, the Glaceon alt got a 10. Look, this one jumps too. That jumps from 43 to 45. Is PSA really ridiculous, or are people upset that their best cards didn't get a 10? Yeah, they are. They have changed. I can tell you they've definitely changed. Don't be gaslit. No, it's the same. It's not the same. They grade harsher. They grade harsher. Here's Kyogre. Gardevoir Altart. Wait. The Gardevoir Altart is Tammy's. This is Tammy's. There we go. It's supposed to be Pinsir and then Glaceon. My bad. Oh, there it is. 42. All right. So I was just looking at it stupid. Okay. Glaceon alt. Then Dragon Frontier's Pinsir. You had 2 Pinsirs? Wow. I saw that one got a 9 too. That's too bad, man. Those packs are so expensive. It's crazy how affordable the Pinsir is compared to the booster pack price. Ah, here he is. Dragon Frontiers 9. Probably this thing right here, huh? This thing right here. Can you see it? You see it better when I turn it vertical. Yep, pretty clean. Oh, nope, there's a white dot down there. No chance for a 10 on that one. Just no chance. And Kai Ogre goes by the Dragon Frontiers pincer. Where's that? Here he is. So 43, 44, 40, 43, 40. So weird. Here's pincer. Oh, I have it backwards. It goes with this. Dragon Frontiers pincer. Hidden Legends Kyogre. Glaceon Alt. Legends pincer. Togepi. Meganium. Hidden Legends Starmie. There's the Starmie. Lilo and Stitch. Hidden Legends Dark Celebi. Umbreon. Crownbreon. Here it is. The Crownbreon goes right here. Crownbreon. Hold on. Umbreon, Master Ball, Crownbreon, Crownkachu. Here's the other Crownkachu. Really nice. Plusle and Minum. Wow. So it's really interesting with their cert numbers is they're just kind of all over the place. It's like they're skipping numbers. 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 32, 33. Oh, no. I see. This is out of order. 33, 32, 31, 30. All right. It looks like they skipped like one of them. All right. So there it is. Mr. LaFlame. Beautiful stack of cards. The Pikachu stands out. What other 10s you got? You got 9999999. How do you feel about this? LaFlame is pretty shitty, huh? But, oh, here we go. The Crownbreon got a 10. All right, so you got 2 10s there. So many 9s. Just harsh, man. All right, let's get a nice sleeve on this guy for you. I'm going to get you one of these premium sleeves real fast. Sleeves. You do send in thousands of cards. We send in a lot over the course of a year. I'm going to say we send in about, I don't know, maybe like 3,500. That's not bad. I actually think CGC grades harsher than PSA. It's so hard to keep track of it because it changes 2 to 3 times a year. Yeah. All my homies hate PSA. Here we are. Well, I think what I'm going to do is, you know, if it fails to get a 10 at PSA and it's a real borderline card, I can either resubmit it to PSA, but I think the smarter move to resubmit it with a different grading company. So we can send it to TAG or we can send it to CGC. But I like CGC. I actually like them. I like that they're NGC, the coin grading company, the comic book grading company. And so I'm just send them to CGC next. If a card looks too good, it's going to BGS. So there we go. This is all a flame. Okay. All right. Cool stuff, Mr. LaFlame. That's Mr. LaFlame's order. His was a really big part of the order. I'm going to go put this on that shelf. I know these haven't been imaged. I'm going to go place these over here. You might want to get them imaged. Okay. Cool. Got a little LaFlame shelf. So he's done, and we're moving on to Tammy. She's got the Gardevoir. Tammy, she's the lucky one. She got some good grades, man. Gardevoir, Blaziken Alt. Ooh, that guy got a 9, didn't he? That sucked. Blaziken, I believe, got a 9. Must be in this pile. There it is. Ah, 9. Lightning Full Art. So you got 2 Lightning Full Arts. Here's Sarah. That's probably you. This is probably you. There's Lightning. Lightning, Sarah. Freer and Signature, SSP, Mage, Fern. Fern, huh? I don't know all these characters very well. You know, we still have plenty of Freer to open. Who's this? The Great Mage Siri. That's not Fern. I suspect this is you as well. All right. Oh, good. Here we are. Fern. Okay, you got Fern. Frozen Stamp. You had the Frozen Stamp card. Here it is, Frozen Stamp. Pachaku, we have Pachaco. Kuromi SP, that's right there. Cinema Roll. Hello Kitty. Blau Party. I don't know if I saw that one. Wait, I think there's one more box to open, actually. There it is. Forgot about this. So there was one more box and we never opened it. Ah, a couple more slabs in here. What do we got here? Ah, it's not in here. All right, those are just hollows. Those are probably mine. They're like guaranteed mine. Blau Party. Did we already pull Blau Party? Maybe we already pulled Blau Party. Let's take a quick look. Nope, we need Blau Party for Tammy. Final Fantasy never doesn't get a 10. Love that Sanrio card. Tammy and LaFlame order. Lots of Tammy cards in here. She actually mailed in some cards for me to send to PSA for her. I think she likes having a shot to show off all these cards. So you get a lot of 10s here, Tammy. You got a Kuromi 10. Can I see the Gyarados break real quick? Gyarados break right here. You better buy in because when I'm done sorting out the everyone's return, we're going to get back to a normal stream. And that guy's up to 8 spots. And you'd be surprised how fast a break moves right at the end. Everyone always wants in right at the end. The trick, if you really think a card is worth getting into, the trick is to get into it early so that you don't miss it right at the end. It's SSP Cinema Roll. Oh, yes, I've seen that one. Yeah, I've seen that one. It's in the submission somewhere. Should be right next to us, I think. Right here. There you go. You had a fantastic round, Tammy. I think a lot of it comes down to the fact that you were submitting Weiss cards rather than PSA cards. And Weiss cards are just printed really well. So they tend to grade 10. Now, that does have a side effect of, you know, the 10s being very highly inflated, which is why some people send them off to Beckett to try for like a pristine or even a black label. Here's Fern. So we have that as an option. Beckett. Here's Mage Fern. Here's these Lightnings. God, they're sticking to each other. There we go. Okay. And then we got this 9. Here's a 9. Pachaco. Sarah's a 10. I'm better than you. Look at all my cards together. This is real nice too, huh? The Gardevoir? Lovely. And you just got these two. I almost need to zoom out, man. You know, there's only 2 of these left. I might as well just sleeve them. You know, you're going to get sleeves on all yours. Gotta brag while you're ahead. All right, yes. This is a brag-worthy pile. Look at that. So the shift trees were mine? Oh, God, dude. How did I even obtain them? I don't remember. Tammy. Oops, last name. Tammy gonna be like, go ahead and ship those out. Want me to just make a label for these right now, Tammy? The shift trees are mine, though. Oh, okay, the shift trees are yours. You know, I have them in the pile here, the not mine pile, so I wasn't sure. When I didn't see them go to LaFlame, I thought, that's weird. I thought these were LaFlames. They were Mahasvaras. Look at that awful 8.5, man. Brutal, dude. Not even a 9. They couldn't just make it a 9. Who cares? Who wants... Why are they going to go with the 8.5 like they're like being real careful? Oh, no. That can't be a 9. That's an 8.5. Damn, bro. Brutal. There you go. You got a 9 and an 8.5. Isn't that brutal? Freaking PSA, dude. Oof. Yes, please. Slab only. All right, you got it. Tammy Low. The reason I want to get this label made for you, Tammy, is because Alexis has not begun the shipping yet. And so we might be able to catch her. And then this goes out on Tuesday. Do many girls collect cards? Yeah, actually, we get a ton of girl card collectors. Have you guys noticed that? We have a pretty big number of girls opening cards. There's Jennifer Yap, Six, Tammy, Sarah Dusenberry, Elizabeth. Yeah, a lot of girls open cards, apparently. Come on now. I sent for shipping as well for this submission. PSA, downvote. Yeah, your card. Oh, my God. It was set up for express shipping. That's not what we want. Like $60. There we go. All right. You're going to rip the Crimson Haze box to start TCC. Let me get this printed. What time is it? We're already 26 minutes in. If you're here for the nighttime stream, maybe we do it in the nighttime stream. Although it should only take like 2 or 3 minutes to open. My brain just feels rushed. Hold on. Let me get this label made. Oh my God. Please just print the label. What the? Just print the stupid label. I hate this software, dude. This software gives me gray hair. I can't believe how you have to fight the software every time. Just print my damn label, dude. We have encountered an error and cannot process your request. Why? What is the error? Other than your stupid software is buggy. All right. So I clicked on UPS. Now I'm clicking back on USPS. Now say there's an exception. Module 79 category 1 mail piece is over the minimum or maximum category weight. There's no category weight for ground shipping. It's just regular ground. Oh my God, this is so broken. I cannot believe how broken this is. All right, let's try that again. Break the fax machine. All right, I'm resetting the software. I apologize, guys. I cannot believe how bad this software is. I need to like complain to Stamps or something. I've been using their software since I was like a kid, the shipping software. So I'm just really familiar with it. So I hate change. You know, I don't want to have to go get a new software. But I'm getting to that point where maybe it's time to start using a different software because this is just. There you go. You close it, you open it back up, and a huge download package arrives. It's because the price of postage is constantly changing. That's what it is. Man, that's just annoying though. Mister is a certified boomer now, fighting the tech. Here we are. Tammy. No, I'm just lazy. I'm not. There we are, Tammy Low. Well, I am old though, but there we are. You think they could create their software to just update while it's open? There we go. Okay, let's try this again. All right. Now PSA is breaking software. Express if you want to pay up that much. No. All right. There we have it. All right. I'm going to run these down to Alexis. I don't think she's here yet. Whew. All right. Back at it. Who's next? I'm trying to get this submission done. Let's see. Tammy. Mahasvara, the Great Mage. This one. And the two Shiftries. Sad. 9 and 8.5. It couldn't be a matching pair of 9s. No, they say 9 and 8.5. How do you feel about that, guys? I feel like he's getting ripped off. How bad is it really? I feel like the grader's just sticking it to you, man. Excuse me. Crazy, dude. Crazy. I also have Umbreon Energy. Okay, Umbreon Energy. Ooh, that one got bad grades too. 8. God, dude. Okay, but there's a pretty strong white dot here, here, and here. That's an 8. Okay, I think we knew that when we pulled it, in fact. I mean, God, dude, they got to be so picky to decide, no. This can't be 9? Are you crazy? This can't be 9? That's an 8.5, obviously. Not an 8, mind you. Not an 8. An 8 goes too far. But not a 9 either. It's an 8.5. Oh, yeah, we're grading now. Dude. Mr. Hunter Irwin, it looks like you just sent for shipping. Be sure you include $9 for shipping, okay? Shipping is a $9 order. It is. Unless you had already paid ahead of time, which is possible. Some people do that. Let me toss this. I feel like he was stolen from. That's how it actually feels. It feels like theft.
No, we couldn't possibly give this a 9. It's an 8.5. Everyone here can see it's clearly an 8.5.
I'm just going to do your shorthand version of your nickname. I'll have to tell Alexis it's Maha. That looks like it says male. I'm a high-value male. All you females would be lucky to get with me. I'm over 5 foot, and I have a 3-figure income. 3 to 4 figure income. I'm like in the top 1%. Oh, playing hard to get, huh? It is. All right. I'm glad they're picky. Nah, dude, that's ridiculous. All right. Anthony Kalura, Umbreon VMAX, Alto Eevee, Heroes. Oh, ooh, okay, so nice. Anthony Kalura getting a win today. He got a 10 on his. Do you allow the females to read the cards or just view the pictures? So stupid, dude. All right. I'm going to put you on the TV and lurk. What if PSA getting ridiculous to try to limit people sending in mid-cards? Nah, that's definitely not it at all. Anthony Kalura. Oh, I would hate to get more sales. We couldn't possibly get more sales. Nah, that makes no sense, dude. It's not that. They just think that's the right direction for the company. Joshua Whipple. All right, so he's got the Jolteon. Here it is. He's got the Jolteon Master Ball. Very nice. Espeon SAR. Scuba dee booty. Oh, I swear to God, where'd that Espeon go? Oh, it's right here. I'm so stupid. How did I scroll past that? Espeon Leafeon SAR. Oh, the Leafeon was at the very beginning of that video I made. Is it in this pile? Oh my God, it's not in this pile. So it's somewhere in here then. It's a Glaceon, might not be mine either. Let's see. These are from Brandon. I believe he sold these back to me. The Regice did actually get a 9. So sad. I'll probably crack it. Is it going to be at the very bottom of the pile? I feel like it is. I got a really cool card in the return. This one right here. Oh, that's the 9. That one graded 9. Hold on. I sent in more than one, and one of them actually graded 10. Oh, here it is. Check this out. That's cool, man. The Galarian Moltres 10. That's nice. Like it. Like that a lot. That's a Shinji drawing. Looking for that Leafeon. Give me a second. Here's another cool one. We got another one of these Pikachu 10s from Merlin Series 2. That's a big deal. That is a very, very rare Pikachu card. You can't even buy the stickers it comes out. I mean, you can, but they're super expensive. Then you have to pull one that grades 10. Yeah, right. Your odds of that are like 0. Here's the box topper from the Hidden Legends. It got an 8. An 8? It got an 8? That is getting cracked. Here it is. The Leafeon. All right, we're good. We got that Leafeon. Look at that nice return, guys. So that was a great return for Joshua Whipple. Okay. Very good luck to Mr. Joshua. All right. I got the English one, but they weren't gradable. Oh, I see what you're saying. You bought a couple of the English singles, or maybe you pulled them out of tins, but they were in bad condition. Gotta look out when it comes to buying singles. People don't tend to put the best singles for sale on, like, eBay, for example. Sometimes the best way to acquire them is to just open them yourself, you know? That's the thing these days. Everyone knows about PSA grading now. So singles markets are tricky things now. All right, look at that, guys. Wow, that's Joshua Whipple. Now, wait a second. What about, we have Eric Rodriguez, Jar Jar Binks, and Joseph Albrecht. Hold on. Before we sign these, let's get these other two. We got to go backwards on the list. So this is Eric Rodriguez, Jar Jar Binks, 17 out of 25 with the signature. Got a 9. A 9's not bad for these kind of cards because they're very hard to get 10s on. These Topps cards are always really hard. So this is Eric Rodriguez. No Umbreon? No, Mr. I pulled the English God Pack from the Prismatic Evolutions. Joshua Whipple doesn't have an Umbreon. It is. Jar Jar is the Holy Grail. No, nobody's pulled an Umbreon yet. Pokemon 2002 Treasures. Oh, that's the... I bet you I treated that one like it was mine. Because it looks like a card that would have been mine. Okay, maybe it's in this pile over here, I suspect. I graded a lot of holographic cards. I did it because I said I can give some of them away. I can put some of them in the live PokeShuffle, I mean, since the PokeShuffle thrives on cheap but nice cards. And so I said, maybe I'll just grade up some of these better looking holos. And I think that's going to be working out for us. Give me a second here. I think you have a hater of the Cardconomist at PSA. You think it's that bad, huh? Think I'm getting targeted? I doubt that. No, they announced that they changed their standards. So PSA announced a tougher standard. And now we're getting our slabs back, and they're harder 10s, it seems. All right, we're looking for this freaking... The submissions are real... Oh, here it is. Oh, thank God, dude. Found it right away. 2 treasures. Yeah, I would have thought that that's my submission. But this is, in fact, Joseph Albrecht's Pokemon the Movie, 2 treasures. Cool, man. That got an 8. It shows you those are really hard to get 10s on. So when you see these in a 10, you got to appreciate. All right, there we go. Joseph Albrecht. Going back to this is all Joshua Whipple. We got the Jolteon SAR, the Jolteon Master Ball. Look at that. That's nice. They're sequential. Then Espeon and then Leafeon. All 10s. Very good for Joshua Whipple. Very lucky, Joshua. Topps Chrome gives me PTSD. Yep. Yep. Not just Topps Chrome, but pretty much all Topps. They're square cut cards, and they're just really hard to get 10s on. That's why I dabble in Topps Pokemon cards. I got those Topps Gengars. What is a custom vintage pack? It's a custom booster pack with vintage cards in it. Oh, Joseph Jones submitted these stickers. Well, good for you, Joseph. So I've got, I think, 2 of these, but you got one now too. Look at that. So Joseph Jones submitted the Merlin stickers. Give me a second. That guy was going so deep. I'm glad he got a 10 because he spent a lot of money opening these. Here it is. So you got to get a 10 or 2. So you got 10 on the Pikachu, 10 on the Venusaur. Look at that. Venusaur, very nice. 6 on the Charmander. Here's a 9 on the Squirtle. Squirtle, Pikachu, Charmander, Venusaur, Ash is a full Torb. And Ash is a full Torb. That's the kind of card I would have submitted as well. But, you know, I have them on the menu. So I'm not surprised that after he opened them, he graded some. I think you almost have to be kind of brave and exploratory to go after these and grade these. Because they're so expensive and they're just a bit odd. But look how bright and pretty they are. Well, before you put them in this sleeve. But look at that. Look how bright that is. So these are extremely expensive Merlin 2 stickers. And I have been grading some of those myself because I've done the math and I go, why do I even sell these? I should just be grading them. It's because you just get one of those graded 10 and it's so expensive, so valuable. So you've done very good. You got a Pikachu and a Venusaur. Do you grade with Beckett now? Too. I'll try that next time. Yeah, I'm grading a little bit with Beckett. Not all my cards will go to Beckett. I think I'm going to do my cross grades to CGC. There it is. See what happens there. Maybe it's harsher. Who knows? Because I haven't graded with CGC in a while. And so we're going to do a little bit of grading with CGC and see how it goes. But we're going to definitely cross these borderline cards and just, I think that's just going to be the rule all the time. When you get a borderline card, and it's an expensive high-end card, you just always regrade it. It is. All right. How did the Jirachi Melodic do from Hidden Legends Mister? They did all right. One got a 10, the other got a 9. The Regice was the important one, and it got a 9, unfortunately. Yes, but the Melodic, I think, got a 10. So here they are. All right. So this is Joseph Jones. I wish he'd stop by again. He was going ham for a little while, but I think he had to take a break. That's a very, that happens all the time. Somebody goes real deep and then they got to take a break. I think it's because they go, oh my gosh, I ordered a lot of Pokemon. But, you know, just these 2 cards, if he could sell them, could easily pay for his order of all those cards now. Okay, and he's still got all the raw ones left over. So you did pretty good. You didn't submit too many and you got 2 10s out of there. I never take a break. PSA will tell on you to CGC for cross-grading. I don't know if that's true, but I don't think it matters. They're competitors, and if CGC deems that the card is a 10 or is a 9.5, they're going to slap that on. So they don't really care about PSA's opinion, I'm sure. They have their own separate opinion. And graders are just individual people who work for the company, PSA. They make mistakes because it's a subjective job. Grading is a subjective service. We are? All right. Very nice. I got a new job, so I can't hang out in the late night goon times. Oh, I'm sorry, man. You got a new job, though? That's good. Can't hang out in the late night? That's too bad. All right. The Merlins are done. Kendo Pelora had a Blooming Radiance Hololive card. I remember that. You know, I ended up selling all those Blooming Radiance boxes on eBay. So here's Hoshimachi Suisei. I think this is it. It says Hololive. That's got to be it, right? PokeRev always gets 10s. What? PokeRev's better. All right, Kendo. You feeling sad, Kendo? Why are you feeling sad? You got a 10. Kip F. Edward Newgate Alt. Okay. Trafalgar Law. Puffy White Hat Sword Guy. I call him Puffy White Hat Sword Guy. All right. You should do mystery boxes like PokeRev. Just kidding. I thought about doing like demo platters where you get like one booster pack of all the boosters of one type, like one of each Korean booster. Like just sit down and make those real fast. All right, let's see. So this is Kip F. I think people like the variety. There's a bit of novelty to it. Not bad, Kip, getting some 10s. So one thing is clear. If you got a card that's printed in Japan and it's known to generally get 10s and it's a modern card, you get a 10. But I feel like what really suffers is the vintage cards rarely get 10s. Really hard to get a 10 on a vintage card. Shenron Dragon was Matt Rodriguez. Shenron Dragon. I hope Mister doesn't go to Walmart and take all the packs. Here's Shenron, the Eternal Dragon. No, I don't do anything like that. I don't have time for that. I can goon Saturday nights for sure. We're closed on Sundays. Here it is. All right. Are you happy with the job? Are you getting good money? That's just how it is, man. Everyone's got to work, you know. Oops. Matt Rodriguez. Matthew Bigos, Halo 2 of 10 Chief. Did I include that in this pile? We might have to go hunting for the... There he is. Perfect. Anything I didn't recognize as mine, I stuck in this pile to see if it was your guys's. Okay. Matthew Bigos. Good. XY Mewtwo goes to Phil Vasquez. Phil Vasquez. Is this the Nikkei signature? So Phil Vasquez, your Mewtwo got an 8. Ouch. And then this is for Zen Collectibles. Nikkei signature. Ta-da. All right. Zen Collectibles. She about to konnichiwa your head off. All right, that is it. That is the end of the returns for you guys. Now the returns begin for me. Tropius 9, Pikachu 9, Alakazam 9, Dark Gloom 9, Girl of Healing Asia. I think I remember this. I think this was one... I kept getting into negotiations with Mr. Brandon for cards he wanted to sell to me. Look at this Groudon 8 box topper. So I'm really, once again, very disappointed with the grading standards at PSA. I think their standard is so harsh now, it makes no sense to send them a lot of cards they would have once received. I'm going to be sending those cards to CGC to try for the 9.5 or maybe the Gem Mint 10 now. I will not be grading with PSA. I'll be sending them significantly less cards because of the harsh grading. If I see that that's changed, I will also change. But yeah, it's kind of stupid. It doesn't make any sense to send them cards now. Also, because of how I know their grading is working, I'll probably be buying a lot more CGC Gem Mint 10s because that's just how it is. Like if I know most vintage PSA 10s have to be like really good, like a pristine. I know that you're probably going to have to overpay for them, and I know that there's just more opportunity with the CGCs as a result of that. It's like the same reason you don't buy pristine vintage Pokemon cards. Like that's generally not something people do a lot of. Why don't people do that? All right, set this right over here. Pick this guy up. Set him right over here. All right. Yeah, like no one buys pristine 10 vintage cards from Beckett. It's just not that common. Here we are. They don't generally search for it. They search for PSA 10s because that's the sort of like the 10 economy. They go, okay, I want the common 10. Not the one where the person selling it is clutching their pearls because they're worried that they won't get enough money on this impossible to achieve 10. Whew. Okay, so to get started, let's jump over here to PayPal orders. Joshua Whipple. For our OP11 and shipping, I have some slabs from the most recent PSA submission that came back. Joshua, are you international? I can't remember. Somebody with your name. No, you're not international. Okay, you got it, man. Okay, good. And now, he said what? 04 OP11? Somebody with your name. Similar name is international. 1, 2, 3, 4. I start orientation with the trucking company May 5th. Nice. Trucking is good money. Yeah, trucking is very good money. I have a friend who went into trucking instead of into flying airplanes. He got a degree in flying airplanes, and instead he got a job driving trucks because it paid more. To become like a commercial pilot would take so much time and so much competition and so much. You have to complete all these tasks before they'll even consider your application. A certain amount of flight hours. You have to like teach other people to fly. And then it's just really strict how to get a pilot's license for like a commercial airline. It's so difficult. He said, F it. And he got a job as a truck driver. And he's like, oh my gosh, I'm making $100,000 like right off the bat. That was years ago. Well, he didn't start that way. He was driving for FedEx at first for like, I think it was like 75,000. And then over time it became 100. All right. Joshua Whipple, truck driver. It's a good job. Driving jobs. Let's see. That's why they're so worried about those jobs going away to AI. Because if you take those jobs away, how will people make their money? It'll actually it'll carve out a big sector of the economy. All right, we got 2 fat bags for you, Mr. Joshua. Those HoloLive Dodger cards just keep going up. I have a couple bags too. Sounds good. Okay. So you're going to have a little bit of a larger shipping item. We're going to head right over here. Add some weight to this level. People need CDL drivers all the time. I'll send for shipping any upcharges. Let me pull up the upcharge sheet if I can find it anymore. PSA grades are available. Gotta be close to that, right? Approval required. Let me click on this. Okay, so I'm clicking on this to see who it was that owed an upcharge. Okay, so LaFlame had the $60 upcharge. LaFlame also had a $5 upcharge on his special illustration Pikachu that graded 9, and a $5 upcharge on the Umbreon 10. I think it's the Crown Umbreon. So that was a $5 upcharge. Okay, and then we have Lightning Full Art, Beyond Journey, Mage Fern. That's Miss Tammy. So in total for you, Tammy, $15. 3 of your cards got upcharged by $5. And then there's one, the Moonbreon got upcharged by $5. The HoloLive Blooming Radiance Signature upcharged by $5. And we scroll way down here and it gets into my stuff, and it's like the Pikachu Gray Felt hats with the 9. Those all got upcharged. So that's it. So the rest of the upcharges are all on my side. So there you go. All right. 70 total. Yeah, it is 70 total. That's correct. They were brutal on that Pikachu, man. It's so much higher than any of the other cards. You know what I bet was going on at the time? I bet when they looked it up, that card was more expensive. Because it's cheaper now, I think. Okay, Mr. Joshua. You know, I've never disagreed with an upcharge. I always tell them to approve it so that we can just get the submission done. I should have looked into that Pikachu for you, man, and asked them to change it. I think I should have protested that one. Yeah, I've never argued with them. I think when they judged the value of it, I think it was when a card was more expensive. Because the card's gotten a little cheaper over time. It was $3,000 at one point. Sent Mister. All right, perfect. Okay, Joshua Whipple. Shipping is done for Joshua. Aaron Searles. 2 Heat Wave, 2 Battle Partner. 2 Heat Wave, 2 Battle Partner. You got it. 2 Heat Wave, 2 Battle Partners. Oh. Okay, here's Don Dozo. It's Don Dozo. Oops. Greetings. Clefairy. Clefairy. Mister should have fought for my Hello Kitty last time. Yeah, her Hello Kitty wasn't even that good. And that got upcharged last time because they thought it was like an SSP because the SSP or the SP and the regular RR all share the same number. So they thought she had a really expensive Hello Kitty card. I'll do a better job at that next time. Next time, guys, I will look at the upcharges and I'll actually dispute them if I think they're wrong. Of course, I don't think I would have been able to do that with yours, Tammy, because I don't think I would have remembered exactly what yours was from after submitting it. We are? All right, Aaron Cereals. But I should have looked into that Pikachu one and been like, I feel like this is too high. I shouldn't just approve it all the time. A black label of that Sugi going for 3.7. All right. Put that over there. I didn't realize I had so much OP. Yeah, a lot of OP, bro. Hunter Irwin. So the line to get your order today is very short. There's not a long line. People have just been watching the return and probably waiting for me to price up some new cards too. But we got Hunter Irwin. He says he's ready. Hunter, were you part of the return, Hunter? Is that why? Let's see, Hunter. I don't think he was. I think he just wants some good old shipping. Okay, so let's go find your bag, Mr. Hunter. Hunter Irwin. Ah, here we are. Your bag has no date on it. That's so strange. A bag with no date. The infinite bag. Let's check for any other secondary bags for you. Okay, we checked the other H boxes. Just this one fat bag. All right, very good. Every time I grade BGS, I only ever get 9.5s, not even regular 10s. Yeah, that is exactly why the BGS Pristine should be treated like it has value. Because I think people look at it and they go, because it's not, it's not a black label. And then, but also, I don't think people want to pay more than the price of a PSA 10. They don't want to do that. Now, hold on. What is this address? Oh, I see. You did it backwards. The street name is on the bottom. All right. Give me a moment here. All right. Filling this out. Now, you didn't hand me an email, so I can't give you a tracking number without the email. There is a tracking number, but I can't forward it to you without the email. So we will go ahead and run it without that. And now let's go ahead and have it fill in the information. Okay, no tracking, no email, that is. I'm here if you want to open that Crimson box. Yes, it looks like we will have time to do that after all. And what time is it? We're 58 minutes deep. I'll stay open for another 30 minutes for you guys, for sure. I appreciate it. I'll remember that for next time I ship. Yes, we can edit the address. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Hunter. That was a fun return. We also made a short on that return, so you can watch that short, and it'll show off not just your guys' cards, but my cards too. So that's really fun. You can go watch that short. It's very ASMR-y. It moves very fast. But you should be able to slow the video down. I think that's a thing, right? Here it is. So it's called My Entire PSA Pokemon Card Return. It was published today. If you watch that, it very rapidly shows off all the cards. Give that a quick watch. All right. And James wants his free box. Here it is, Mr. James. Okay. PSA return videos do well generally. I think they're a lot of fun. I like that I'm doing it in a very, very, very fast way. Because that's the one thing I don't like with PSA videos. I don't like it when they're like taking forever to show off the best cards. I like the fast videos. All right, Mr. James. Yeah, I graded some just some holographic cards for you guys, just for fun. These holographic cards won't cost too much, and they might just go in the Poke Shuffle to keep the Poke Shuffle feeling fresh. All right, tossing these away. There we go. James Alanya got this box for free. He didn't have to buy this box. Oh my gosh, right off the bat, one of these expensive EVs. Perfect. Greninja in here, maybe? Could be. Much a chance as anyone else. Here's a Ursaluna. All right. Hollow. Manphy. Okay. Arcanine. Code. Hold. This guy. Okay, Tyranitar rare. Must be too slow in the Pokemon community. A lot of Poketubers are infighting right now. Are they actually? Well, you know, yesterday night we were talking like a little politics, and I was talking about how when you do nothing but open cards for like thousands of hours, you gotta like have something else to talk about, because you can't just talk about the cards for 100 hours a day. It's just 100 hours a week or a month. It's just not a thing, you know. You can't sit there and just talk about, oh yeah, did you see the Nidoking Glory of Team Rocket? Oh, I saw it. Did you see it? Oh, I saw it. It's Nidoking, all right. That sure is a Glory of Team Rocket Nidoking. Did you see it? Yeah, I saw it. You know, you can't just do that for 100 hours. You got to have something to do to talk about. So we talk about movies, we talk about film, TV shows, video games, whatever's happening in technology. Here's Matt Cargo. We talk about the news. We talk about politics. We talk a little religion. We talk about dating, relationships, divorces. So it's the whole, all of life gets talked about here, because if you don't do that, it can get kind of repetitive, and that's no fun. I like it when there's something fun going on. So if you're talking about Poketubers getting into drama with each other, they're probably just bored. They're probably like, man, I want to make some content that isn't just me talking about the latest Pokemon card like I'm an advertiser, because that's what you are. If all you do is talk about Pokemon cards, you're basically just a glorified advertiser for the Pokemon company. That's it. You're just a glorified advertiser. Oh my God, have you guys seen the latest Glory of Team Rocket set? It's going to be so good. It might go to the moon. It might blast off again. Imagine doing that, and only that. But, so you get bored and you're like, I want to play around a bit. And maybe getting into fights one way to play around a bit. So I like your Eevee. I think the Eevee is the big pull here. You got a Gaifu. I think that's a Gaifu, right? I don't know the character. I seen it. You seen it? Did you see the Glory of Team Rocket Nido Queen? Slay, right? All right, Mr. James Gower, right? It's James Gower, is it not? We are. Is Pokemon tough about copyright claims? Yes and no. I mean, I've never had a copyright problem. A lot of them are pointing at each other as the reason the community is suffering. A lot of they're wrong and I'm right type of stuff. Yeah. Well, and it's scary if your whole channel is built around doing that kind of stuff. But, I mean, like I said, I watched that video the other day of the poor man. I think he's Slovakian. And so he's over there on the other side of the world, and his house burns, it catches on fire, and his rip and ship setup burns. And he loses a ton of product. He loses the room. He loses his computer. And I go to the comment sections to see what people are saying. And people are cheering. They're like, good, I'm glad your setup got burnt down. And all I can think is like, man, we're ravenous. We're like piranhas. Everyone's so ready to slit each other's throats for these Pokemon cards that, every rip and shipper must be, a scalper. And my immediate thoughts, of course, are, well, to be honest, there's not a huge difference between a rip and shipper and probably your local card shop. Right? The local card shop, they're going to play around with their prices unless they get all preachy and they're like, well, we're going to stick to MSRP. But then they're going to sell out in 2 seconds, and whoever they sold to, they're going to be the scalpers, right? So there's just not enough product. It's the real problem. There's not enough product for all the sellers. Everyone wants to be a seller. Everyone wants to make money selling Pokemon. And there's a lot of buyers too. But people are ready to slit their throats over each other's throats over these Pokemon cards. And it was not a good thing to watch. I don't think that's a healthy way to feel about anyone in the Pokemon card community to cheer for their demise, because next time it could be you. Could be your house got set on fire, some electrical fire, and burns down. And what is everyone going to clap for that as well? It's just not a good thing. It's like, let's say you got guys who are stacking gold and silver bullion, and their house blows away or burns down or gets stolen or whatever. People in that community aren't clapping over that. They're not going, good, you had too much gold anyways. You had too much gold and silver. We're glad you got your house burned down. So that's an especially toxic thing here in the Pokemon card community. And not just that, people always say in the comment section, like, it's the children, it's the children, it's the children. My children. It's not your children, though, is it? You're probably about 25 to 35 years old. It's you. You collect the cards, and you're upset because you can't get a hold of them. So there's this competition for the cards, this competition to own and control them. And people are happy to see someone else's, setup get burnt down. And that's not good, man. That is a nasty way to feel about anyone. Whether it be a scalper, maybe it's a rip and shipper, maybe it's a sneakerhead, right, who wants to do Pokemon now, whatever. But it's like, you shouldn't cheer for someone's house to burn down just because maybe it slightly financially benefits you, perhaps. Or maybe like it's some sort of bad karma for them. I don't know what the thought process behind it, but I think it's like, it's a level of greed that's too high when you wish somebody else to have, maybe they could have died in the fire, or maybe their child could have gotten hurt, or maybe their cat or dog could have burned up. It's too far. It's way too far to root for somebody's house to burn up. You just, the karma will get you next. So I wouldn't go that far. It's just too far. Let me go get some fusion arts. I'll be back. All right, here we are. Ta-da! It's too far to be glad or gleeful that somebody else's house burned down. All right. Ta-da! Ready? Okay. It's bad even for them now. A lot are on TikTok, YouTube, and constantly report since November they can't get enough product from distribution. The bottom line is Pokemon's very popular. The solution isn't to ban people from selling cards. The solution is to just print more cards. There's a clear solution. Christian Sidaros, Mr. Christian Sidaros, it's your turn. Let's get these fusion arts. The solution is to make more of the popular product. Here we are. That'll stabilize prices. That'll kick out sellers who don't do a very good job because they will face too fierce a competition. By the way, it is already pretty fierce. The competition to sell cards is not like hunky-dory taking candy from a baby. It was back in 2019, 2020, and 2021. When everyone was getting stimmy checks. It is so fierce. You have to be very passionate about cards to stick around and not get crushed or make a big mistake that you can't recover from. So, yeah, I mean, if a guy's selling Pokemon cards, he might just love trading cards. And, the audience can pick and choose who gets to sell Pokemon cards already. You just buy from who you like. That's it. And, so you can pick somebody who's real passionate about the cards, or they do an especially good job or whatever. Maybe it's somebody you trust, or maybe it's somebody who has a nice community. But you should never wish for somebody's house to burn down just because you don't like that they're hustling Pokemon cards. That's just not the way, it's just not the way to live, man. Maybe you should wish for Pokemon to print enough cards for everyone. And Pokemon's trying to do that. They're struggling to do that. We are. And as for financial issues, if they overprint, it'll create a bubble that pops. And all the guys who are not in it for anything other than money, they'll get shaken out anyways. They'll be like, oh, there's no money in here. We are. Like, that's how it was, I think, at the beginning of Scarlet Violet. there wasn't much money to make in Pokemon. So all kinds of guys got shaken out probably at that point. Here's Buttfree. Mail Metal. Printing more cards is not the solution. It's the problem. Here we are. All right. I'm going to have to disagree. I think it is the solution. I mean, they had a problem like that. Back in the day, I remember Skylanders. Remember that old toy? And that was nuts. There was a lot of scalping with Skylanders. And all of a sudden, they just printed a bunch of them, and voila. The bubble popped, and you could just go to the store and find them on the shelves. Problem solved. So, yeah, I mean, if there's enough product for every Timmy and Jane to buy their Pokemon cards, then it's, you know, it's people are going to be able to head to Walmart and Target and get what they want, and then the problem's resolved. They don't have to buy from a rip and shipper or from a guy on eBay. They could just buy their local Walmart or Target at retail, right? And then what happens at that point, if you go to a rip and shipper, it's just because you value their service. So you value them the way you value, let's say, DoorDash, right? DoorDash. People overpay for fast food on DoorDash because they like DoorDash. I used DoorDash yesterday. Not yesterday. Oh, we almost used it yesterday. Sorry, forgive me. We almost used it. We were thinking about it. But we love DoorDash. We use it all the time. And we know we pay extra when we use it. But it's about being able to lay around at home and eat your food and not have to go out. Here we are. Bolton box. All right. Christian Sidaros. I'm with you, but I see why it's popular. Anything with evolutions is always wanted. There's people now saying we shouldn't print more. As the one guy said, if they print more, then my ultra rare Charizard from 151 won't be as rare. Yeah, no, I disagree. I think if there's too much scalping going on, that's a sign that the demand is high enough to print more. And so there should always be enough printed that it's kind of hard to, you know, control the cards in a naturally occurring monopoly as a whole gigantic group. So, you know, if it's too high in price, there's not enough of it. Simple as that. Christian Sidaros. We thought that Pokemon had found some sort of correct amount to print when we started noticing that, like, Moonbryon was reaching a population of 14,000. We thought they had already found it, and that this is the junk era. It's the junk era. Look out, it's the junk era. You heard people saying that all the time. Junk era this, junk era that. We're in the junk era of Pokemon. Now look at everything. Totally wrong. Everyone was shocked to discover, no, these Pokemon cards are still underprinted. Not junk era at all. But junk era could be around the corner. You just wait. Because now that they know that 14,000 Moonbryons wasn't enough, when they go to print the next Umbreon, maybe it's the Prismatic Umbreon, maybe they go, well, we're going to need to print 30,000 of those. You know, 30,000 PSA 10s worth of those. So their printing goals could go really sky high. So you just never know what's going to happen next. But the Pokemon hobby is hot. Social media for these cards is hot. They make ad revenue. People love opening cards. It's very fun. And yeah, I don't think it's going anywhere. I think there's enough room for as many people want to rip and ship to just get up and begin ripping and shipping. But they have to do a good job. The bad ones will be shaken out. They'll be figured out. So, you know, some of them will stick around and offer a good service. And the margin, the cost of that will be figured out by supply and demand. But right now, there's too low of a supply and a very high demand. So that's the problem. And that can be resolved with just with printing some more. All right, so we got some PSAs right here. Miss Tammy, the upcharges plus 10 Journey Together. By the way, Tarkir is here. Tarkir is on the menu now. Dragonstorm Tarkir, collector's boosters. I would love to rip and ship, but I need more funds. I can tell you, it definitely feels like the environment for rip and shipping is super, super strict now. Does not feel like it did 5 years ago. I'd be a little more nervous these days trying to start one. But there's plenty of room. I encourage anyone who thinks they're going to be good at it to go after it. Just never forget this. It's a real job. It's actually a lot of work. It's very easy to criticize rip and shippers. Much harder to actually operate one. I have people who come to me and they're like, I ran one for like a year and then I gave up because I had no idea it requires so much energy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. People who run a good rip and ship are often a little crazy. Maybe they have a setup like me where I have no kids or something. I have no family, I have no kids, so I'm just available all the time for you guys. See? So, you know, you run into stuff like that. Maybe it's a guy with no girlfriend. Maybe it's somebody who's just really addicted to Pokemon cards or really addicted to social media, something like that. Or maybe somebody who's put together a great team. So they got a big team of people working on it, so it gets easier because everyone can trade off. Prismatic should have been a booster set. I think that could have helped. So many scammers out there now. Yeah, you know, the videos just flow in. Theft, as crazy theft. People ripping boxes of Pokemon cards out of each other's carts at the shopping store. And the whatnot scams. You hear about the whatnot scams constantly. Well, that's because you can be like 18 years old and have the brain of an 18-year-old, you know, some dumb kid with his head turned backward, or his hat turns backward. And he could just be like, oh, I could just steal this or something. And they haven't matured enough to come to the realization that you just can't do it. You just can't do that. You just can't. It's as simple as that. You cannot. Here we are. So easy. All right. What about you? Yeah, but what about you, mister? You got a life to live, too. You don't have to live for us. Well, you know, all I'm saying is that I don't have as many things restricting my time. I get a lot of time that I'm able to focus right here into creating a great hangout space for you guys. And that could change one day, and you might not see me as much at that point, but here we are right now. So we're hanging out together. I'll retire one day either way. You know, we don't live forever. So one day I'll age out of this. I'll be too old, and some young person will take over, and it'll just keep going. But I don't think ripping ships are going away. They're a great social community. There's a lot of negativity. Oh! Tammy is just winning lately, man. Wow. Pulling the Iona's Belly Bolt Alt-Art out of the English packs. Look at that, guys. Wow. Okay, number 2. Is this one better? You pulled 2 of these? I thought the last one was Japanese. It's better, but not perfect. Look at this corner. So this corner is a bit, it's just got a half dot. Also, I'd be a little concerned about the way some of these edges have a bit of like a squaring edge. Like, do you see that? I think it's a very close. You have to send it in because even if it gets a 9, it's worth sending in. But in the small chance it does turn into a 10, you're going to be very happy. Wow, what a day. And the Zoroark. Very great round. You better find a good replacement for when you're too old. Well, yeah, that's true. You know, if one of you guys ever wants to run it when I want to retire, maybe you buy the channel from me because I'll teach you everything you need to know. You can have all the supplies, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what the channel would be worth at that point, but, you know, I'd be open-minded to selling this channel one day and acting as sort of like a teacher or director for the channel to help you understand it all. But by then, you guys will all be retired too, so it'll probably be somebody else, right? Here you go, Tammy. This is going up in the Cool Kids box. Can you add some slabs to my outgoing package? I sent you a DM on Discord regarding which slabs. Let me take a quick look at what you're talking about. Oh, you're talking about to the Express package? If you want me to add that to the Express package, it probably shoots up in price. Express shipping is very sensitive to weight. So if you're adding 1, 2, 3, 4 slabs to the package, that should be about, I want to say about 9 to 10 ounces more. And so if we look that up, it's gonna jump in price. It might go to 60 or something, but I should be able to screenshot that for you. But here's the problem: Alexis has already been here, so Alexis probably already packaged the one that you ordered already. Yes. I say get a business partner that both of y'all are like-minded. We are. Okay. Put this over here. All right. Finally redeemed. Do not redeem. Making me think of that. Do not redeem the code. Do not redeem the code. Friggin' Alexis has already gotten the one that you had packaged probably. And she's probably, because she was here when I started, so she is almost certainly done. There we go. So we would have to crack that one back open. And then we would have to reprint the label. We could get a second label that's also probably about, I don't know, 34. Is that what he's talking about? Are you talking about express shipping to the one guy? You are? Kind of bad timing, huh? Got another one. Finally, something that's gradable. We are. Yes, mister. Let's get a second label then. Okay, so I'm trying to remember his name. His name was but not. All right. So I'll have to personally ship this one to get if you're going to have it go out tomorrow. And so I'll ask whatever the price is. I'll ask $9 over that. Here it is. I'll set that to 10 ounces. Yeah, so this time at 10 ounces, it's a whopping $39. Okay, you just confirm that that's good, and I'll print the label. And while you think about that, I'm going to go ahead and get this ready for Tammy. Awesome, mister. Go for it. All right. I'll just screenshot this for you so you can see it. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but that when it comes to second day, when it comes to not second day, 1 day shipping, it's just ridiculous how they price it. I always recommend just doing simple priority mail. It saves so much money. Okay, so I'll screenshot that for you. Print. All right, I'll reference our DMs for what to ship. Okay, that's been printed. Oh, that's using all my printing money really fast. Not printing, shipping money. Okay. Is a Weiss Schwarz carton a master case or a case? Why are you asking that particular question? Here we are. It's an interesting question. Okay. And now we've got... Colin says, I sent you a Discord message with the rocket return slab you might like. Okay, I'm going to click on that. I think I've seen this one already. Yes, I've seen this one already. He's a cool card, but he's not the reverse stamp is the problem. All right. Let me go ahead and mark this on red. So, James Gower, 2 hollow shuffles. All right, we're ready. Whew. I see the Gengar in Cyberway has gone up. Lucky me. Yes, yes. Cards have been going up. How cool is that? They also go down sometimes, too. If they go down, sometimes you just have to have a stiff upper lip and pay it down, or you have to cancel, which will incur a fee. Because when you put something into slab away, you're basically speculating. You're speculating with me on the day that you put it into slab away. And slab away can't just be a way to pass losses off. So that's kind of how it works. Very interesting, right? All right. We have Mr. Christian Sidaros is saying he would be interested if I made a rip and shipping guide. I think I would do that when I'm ready to quit doing rip and ships, but I don't know if I'd do it while I'm still actively doing it. Send for the shipping. So total will be 54. All right, perfect. Sounds good. So that label is printed, and I'll use our DMs to find the slabs you want to ship them, and we'll be all good. Okay. It's Cardos Gengar, so even if it went down, goal is to pay it off. Yes. Yes, he's a cool one. All right, so here we are. Ooh. So now we've got all kinds of cards like this Flareon right here. And he could be a giveaway, or he could go into the Poke Shuffle for like $10 or something like that for fun. I almost wish I'd sent a lot more of these out, because they didn't do too bad. And if I had like a backstock of like 100 simple cards like this, they would be perfect for giveaways. Speaking of which, we got to begin a new giveaway. We're going to start the next giveaway in the nighttime stream, okay? Not the daytime stream. We'll start in the nighttime stream. But let's put this guy for 2 spots into the Hollow Shuffle. So this guy's going up there for $10. So I wanted some cards just like this to be able to put in the Poke Shuffle to make the pull rate higher, to make you feel like, hey, that's fun. Thank you so much for sending that. Now look at this. So here's the Flareon as a 10, and I suspect plenty of other people graded this as well. Let's just see what he goes for. I just wanted a couple of these graded for the fun of it. All right, well, he is a whopping $60 as a 10, and I'm going to accept that price because right now it seems so crazy difficult to get 10s. PokeRev has more Dragon Packs. No! PokeRev's just better than me.
God, I'm so jealous of PokeRev. Maybe one day I can be like PokeRev.
Here it is. Look at this one. It's an interesting one, huh? Alakazam. What the fuck? This guy again? How many McDonald's Dragon Packs you have? A ton. I ordered 2 fresh cases of them because I like that set. It's a good set. You got Dragonite, you got Pikachu, you got Rayquaza, you got... was Umbreon in that set? I don't remember if Umbreon was in it. But you got a whole bunch of things in that set that are looking real good. Oops, come on now. Scuba-dee buns. Okay, so there is one for sale for $40. Took me a minute there. There it is, there it is, there it is. This guy said nothing but PokeRev comments for the last few streams. Well, he's just, you know, he's putting me in my place where I belong. PokeRev does have more Dragon Packs than me. God damn it. He's got all the Dragon Packs. I have none of the Dragon Packs. You don't got the cards. All right, so Nathan Gordon says 20 on his slab away. PSA grade, my booty cheek pee-pee-chew. Booty cheek pee-pee-chew. Nathan Gordon. Booty cheek pee-pee-chew. Would that be in your bag by chance? Perchance. Why did you redeem? Why did you redeem? Do not redeem. I'm glad somebody caught that because I made that joke a minute ago and nobody said anything about it. So here's the Mew. You guys missed on yesterday's, dude. Yeah. Do not redeem. So funny, dude. All right, Nathan Gordon. That's some top tier content. We're jumping over here. We're going into a slabby way. I'd rather watch someone with lesser Dragon Packs than an adult screaming like his Caviar Star is on fire. Caviar Star. Is he talking about a butt thing? Is that like a an anus thing? Cool Kids box. Oh, can't find it. You don't have it. Doesn't exist. My gosh. Ah. Ooh, that's a nice card, man. You're right. He does kind of show off his butt a little bit. He looks kind of like he's throwing it back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He's like, look what I got. Okay, and so you would like PSA grading on this. Okay, thank you, Nathan. I'm part-time 8 hours today. Sounds like someone's at my door. All right, cool. So we are out of orders. Let me go ahead and reach over here now. I got so many Pokemon cards now. A lot of simple cards that will not be very expensive. Look at this. A lot of these kinds of cards. I got these from Tammy. I believe I bought these Ogre Pond Mask cards. They did grade 10. I bought them from Tammy at the time that they were like $8 or something like that. What did these cost back then, Tammy? Do you remember? Let's see how it does as a 10. It's lucky they didn't all grade 9s. Could you even imagine? Imagine it was just tough grading and they were, I don't know, off-center or something, and they all graded 9. I got lucky. Many of them did grade 10. But see, that's the gamble. When I buy your cards off of you, I'm gambling. All right, so let's just go to the buy it now price on this card. Oh my God, it's just $36. Yeah, that'd have been terrible. Just $36. I had to pay for the grading. I had to pay for the shipping and the return shipping. All that time and effort. Here's a sleeve and a sticker. Those aren't free. After all that, just $36. He's a cheap-ass card, man. And if he had graded 9, I'd have just got my poo-poo pushed in. Hammer drop when he called me a communist. You're a card communist. Yeah, there was one guy, he was barking up a tree a lot, wasn't he? Do a slowpoke break. We might do that. Chet Zevong wants a Waifu shuffle. You got it. So I would love to go through the remaining cards and kind of see exactly what I got from PSA, because even I don't know 100% of what I got. Ooh, that's cold. That's a cold card, Chensek Vong. Let me know if you want that in your bag. It's kind of a stinky one overall. So let's see, what did I get? I'm going to pull out the ones that I think are especially interesting. I might as well get one of each of these priced up. So got Iron Thorns and For Alligator. Those are nice. I picked some of the nicer hollows out of the set and just said, let's grade a couple of these. These. So I was buying these because I was in love with these Umbreons. So I got a couple of these Umbreons graded 10. This Mimikyu graded 10. That's nice. The stupid felt hat Pikachu went for 9. That's really annoying. Mr. sent for 2 Chinese 151. Oh, all right. Dark Gloom ground. Well, if you did that, I better put these away because I want to take care of that before we run out of time. All right. I think I have to stand up. You want an Espeon, Mike's side? You want an Espeon? Let's see. I don't think 151's in here. I think it's outside of the room. My gut tells me it's in here, but I don't see it. It should be in here. Is this it? No, this is Japanese 151. It should be in here. Should be out there. I don't see it out there. There's the gem. I don't think we sold through a case of it. Did we actually sell through a case of 151? If we sold through a case, that's gonna suck. I don't think we sold through a case, right? Maybe we did. That means I have less than I anticipated. So we're at the point where it's about time to restock this. And I am scared of that restock price because of the 125% tariff on imported goods. I know it's crazy. So we will have a change in price on 151. Let me just ask him what the restock price on it would be first, okay? I'll ask him. I got a bad feeling about it, whatever the case is. You know, it's not a big deal. Let's just open it. We'll figure that out after the stream. Here, let's go ahead and open these. All right, Mr. LaFlame. I bought most of the case. You buy a lot from that case? So maybe that's why we're actually low on these. I'm surprised. We had 2 cases of it, though. Mr. The Americans are having too much influence on Nikkei. They added a chubby girl in the game. Her name is Bretty. Yeah, where's my chunky girls at? I'm tired of all these skinny bitches. There we are. All right. I patiently wait for BGS submission to come back. Yes. I don't think I'm gonna live that long. What are you talking about, 6? 6 is being melodramatic. All right, here goes. Let's pull that exclusive Pokemons. Ready? Skibba-doop-be-doop-doo. All right. Okay. All right. All right, there we are. I would like as much McDonald's promo as your heart desires. Whoa. Whoa. All right, so, Mr. LaFlame, let's pull you some heat. Oh, Master Ball Furo. Look at that, right off the bat. Check that out, guys. Okay. Primate. Butt-free. Articuno. Sometimes known as Farticuno. Here's Bellsprout. Jolteon. Mewtwo, that's a really nice one. I like that one. 151 is the best set ever. Just sent in an order for the McDonald's promos. Yeah? Ooh, you got a little shiny Pidgeotto. That's nice. 2 birds. Aerodactyl. Jinx. Jinx is okay. Right on these. The Queen. Nido Queen. Nice. 2 Master Balls now. I don't really think that needs a sleeve, does it? Here's Avachu. I got a pristine 10 CGC slab. Is worth getting reholdered. I'd just keep it the way it is. I wouldn't mess with it. There it is. Or could that downgrade it? Okay. Oh, are you saying it's a blue label and you wanted to get the upgrade? I would do the upgrade, sure. Just be sure to properly insure it, so that if they break it, they have to pay you. Master Ball Onyx. That's a pretty good round. You could put them in the same bag as the one heading for Heejung Kong and my mom's PayPal because it seemed convenient, but the same bag is fine. Heejung Kong. All right. All right. Just as long as your mom is consenting to the use of her PayPal account. Okay, so she actually has to be aware of it, like 1,000%. I can't accept the order otherwise. Here you are. Because if your mom one day finds out you're using her PayPal and she goes, I don't agree to that, and then she goes and she's like, tries to charge it back, we're going to have a whole argument. Ooh, right. Alakazam. These Korean? This is Chinese China. Here's more trees. Here's Junks. It's Junks. And another Master Ball. Master Ball Sealio. Seal. She's aware and used my banking information. All right, as long as it's full communication, because I gotta say something. I've had one of the most common chargeback problems is somebody using someone else's account, and that person doesn't realize just how much you're about to spend. They go, "Whoa, you're spending way too much," and then they get really upset. All right, because opening Pokemon cards is a little addictive. There we go. They need to know about every single order and the amount, okay? And then they go, "Yep, that's fine." All right, so that is for our friend Mr. LaFlame, which we created a small fresh bag for over here. And the bag's kind of fat now. Got a couple Master Balls in there. Jana? That's right. It was Blue Label. The new ones look so much better. Yes, you should go ahead and send it for the upgrade. It's an upgrade. They don't change the grade. So if you got a Blue Label, they just upgrade it to a new label. They don't change the grade. They don't downgrade it. I don't know if somebody told you that they downgrade it. They don't do that. Mister will send the ladies from the View after you for chargebacks. All right, so with the 151s, I think we're going to pause that there. Don't buy any more of that, guys. I actually have to confirm a new price with the distributor on those, okay? So I was happy to take care of that order. I think we better to be honest, I feel like Pokemon Chinese should just be paused entirely right now. Pokemon Chinese is going to take a pause. All right, so I'm updating the menu. None of those are on the menu anymore. Hidden Fates, Gem Packs, and 151 are taking a pause until we figure out this whole like 125%, import business. Because if that's true, if Chinese goods really do cost that much more to import, then I think you'll see that the price on those Chinese goods change after a little while, and not in a happy way. Daniel O, as many McDonald's promos as your heart desires. So the McDonald's promo, isn't it 4.5 or something like that? Or did it upgrade to 5 by now? Let's see. Heat wave. Oh, that's Japanese. Hold on. Here it is. The McDonald's is a 4.5. 125% tariffs. Packs can be the same price as a booster box. Well, they should probably be about double the current price. That's the concern here. Okay, so it should give you a total of 20 packs. All right, I probably need to call no more orders now because we're at almost 2 hours. And I need to open 20 packs of this, huh? 2, 3, 4. Appreciate the order, Mr. Daniel. All right. If they work out a nice trade deal and the tariffs get dropped, that would be perfect. Looking to put down 150 on a slab away. What do you got, mister? Ooh, I wish I had more time. If we had more time, we would work something out. I'll talk to you about some great cards or something, but I'm out of time. All right, so let's see. Here we are. I'll be back for the nighttime stream. What's today, Monday? So that's 7. This has been a fun daytime stream. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This looks correct, Mr. Daniel. Is there an Umbreon Hollow? I can't remember. No, there's not. There's not an Umbreon Hollow in this set. There is a Dragonite and a Pikachu Hollow, which are probably the best pulls. There's also a Roaring Moon, which looks nice. Cleaning you out. We bought 2 fresh cases of this, so we should be okay. McDonald's Dragonite Discovery, or whatever it's called. Dragon Discovery has been nice. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's 20 packs for $90. All right, get comfortable, guys. Let's see what he pulls. Sneap. I like this busy daytime stream. Tonight we'll be advertising that we have the new Magic set. The new Magic set has been added to the menu. Tarkir. And we have so many nice PSA slabs to price up and show off and pump into the Poke Shuffles and the live customs. It is. So we are looking forward to all that. And we have some fantastic breaks running already. Those breaks are getting pretty close. In fact, if you guys weren't paying attention, one of the breaks, the Glory of Team Rocket break, only has 3 spots left. So that's real close. PokeRev has more McDonald's. No! He owns all the McDonald's. All right, you ready? Here's Dragonite, Charizard. Nice. Maybe I should do the hollows in an individual pack like this. There we go. All right, here's the Umbreon. Did you see that Umbreon sell for a lot of money recently? I saw that. Here's Roaring Moon. Here's Rayquaza, Koraidon. One of those Umbreons graded 10 could pay for this entire order. That is why Pokemon cards keep going up. Here's an Umbreon and a Pikachu. Okay. Drampa Rayquaza. I feel Rev fake AF. That's a lot of kids not getting their Happy Meals toys. Something. There it is. Here's a Roaring Moon. Hydreigon. Ooh. All right. Here's Koraidon Rayquaza. Rawr. Charizard, Miraidon. Time is it 6:11. Here's a Rayquaza Rare, Dragonite again. I like these confetti hollows. That's the style of the hollows. A big fan of that. Okay, so you have cleaned me out of my current case, which leaves me with quite a bit less. Here's Umbreon. Okay. It's Pet Simcat. What's up, Pet Simcat? How's it going, man? Rayquaza, Pikachu, meow. Pikachu meows like a cat now, because that's how I imagined him. Drampa, Bumbreon. He's a bum. Dragonite, Rayquaza. Lava. Chicken. Steve, spicy chicken, yeah, it's tasty as hell. Ooh, mamacita, now you're ringing the bell. Here's Roaring Moon. 2 cases of eggs, please. I'm not made out of money. You think I got eggs? I got Pokemon cards, but I'm not like rich. I think a lot of people started taking care of chickens now that the price of eggs is so high. You know, there's people like me who live kind of out in the middle of nowhere, and we're allowed to just get chickens. Like, there's a Right next to the Walmart, there's a big farming store called Baumgart's or something like that. It's somebody's last name. It's real big. It's like almost as big as the Walmart. And you go in, and they have a whole section for baby chickens. There's chickens. You just go in, you chip, 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 chip. You can hear them. Baby chicken. I can just go get chickens if I want them. You think that's going up? I bet you it is. I bet you people are buying the heck out of those baby chickens right now. Eggs went back down in price a little bit. Wow, so you get these 3 common cards out of this set, and this just feels a little too good to be true, doesn't it? The secondary card is valuable. There's a lot of kids not getting their Happy Meals. All right, sleeve that up. We're going to sleeve this one up. And that is the last order of today. Mr. Daniel O, he said to place this into whose bag with an H, right? Something like that. It's a international sounding name. Let's see. That I do not recall. Haunted Harley Hee-Jung Kong. All right, you got it, man. Anything you want. You got it, bro. Thank you so much for the large order. Wow. I'm so very lucky. I get to hang out with you guys and open up cards. I got the best job in the world. PokeRev sings it better. What? How much will one of those confetti cards grade as a 10 be? I don't know. Probably something nice. All right, guys. I'm all done. I'm hopping off. Thank you for showing up for the daytime stream. Don't forget to show up for the nighttime stream and smash that subscribe button. We're getting so close to 100,000 subscribers. And as you know, when we hit that number, we are definitely doing a big giveaway. All right? $5,000 giveaway. See you later, everyone.